Hey, how you doing? I'm back with another video. It's been a minute, not too long though. But anyway, um, I just want to come on here. I want to talk to y'all about some things that I thought of and that also came to mind when I was listening to, like the stuff that Trump is doing and the mayor in New York is trying to do. There are things that the officials are not thinking about. And I do applaud them for wanting to help the homeless and create housing wherever they can, in these times of stress, distress. Every homeless person that you see on the street has fallen into some kind of hard time. Some people, in some situations, I have heard that there gonna be homeless people who had prominent jobs, who used to have jobs as professor, cops, but they had a tragedy in their life that had sent them on a spiral, and they just went down and they were not able to get back up. Those and they're just not able to get back up. Those are the people I would say who would be more receptive to help and to wanting to get out the street, but they just have been hit down so hard by the circumstances of life and life that we deal with sometimes. And the majority are the ones that don't like rules. The mayor and they have to understand that even if they do all these things to help the homeless, the majority of the homeless, they don't like rules. They don't like abiding by rules. See, the mayor can say, "Look, I'm going to build this building over here for these people to come stay here." But there are going to be some rules that they have to follow. They're going to say, "Okay, well, we don't like rules. We're not going to sit and listen to, we're not going to abide by the rules in this house where you're telling us we can stay. If we stay somewhere, we want to have all the rules. We want to call the shots." Those are the stubborn ones. Those are the rebellion. Those are the rebels. See, I'm not downcasting what the mayor in Chicago and all the other places such as New York they're doing for the homeless. I think it's a good thing. Kudos, right on, But at the same time, it's like they're not thinking about the people who is going to say to them, "Look, we appreciate what you're doing with the building and wanting to get us off the street, but we don't like rules. We don't like people telling us what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, when to clean, how to clean, and do and all this other stuff. We don't like rules because the majority of people that's on the street, that's living on the street right now, they have that mentality." So, with that being said, the mayors and all the states who are having a homeless problem, they have to think about what to do with the dissidents. And when I say dissidents, I mean rebels. I mean people who is going to rebel against rules. Because I know some people, we all don't like, some rules I think it's just crazy, but some rules in life that we have to deal with on a daily basis, they are there for a reason, to make sure things don't get out of hand. Just like, so I'm trying to think of an example. I'll say the cops. The cops serve a purpose. They have rules when it comes to the road. And if you don't obey the rules of the road, if you don't obey the rules of the road, a lot of things can happen. You can get a ticket, you can get thrown in jail, or you can end up dead. When you're on the road, you have to look out for yourself as well as other people, because there's crazy people out there on the road. So I'm just using that as an example in this homeless thing. the mayors, they have to have a backup plan on what to do with the dissidents who refuse to abide by the rules that they may have for a facility which they plan on providing for the homeless. They gotta say, okay, what we gonna do about this? I mean, they want to stay here, but they want to go and come as they please. They don't want to abide by the rules that the city may have or that the mayor may have to give, you know? So they have to have a backup plan for that. It's, you know, like I said, it's a good thing. The mayor wants to help and you know, but they have to think about that. Keep those things in mind when they're planning, making these plans to help get homeless people off the street. And I think the homeless people should be off the street for other reasons, because it's like down here in San Antonio, it is horrible. On some parts of San Antonio, you go to the mall, you walk down the street, you smell the smell of feces when you're defecating on the sidewalk where people gotta walk, when they're urinating on a sidewalk. I mean, those those two things together, it's breathtaking. It's disgusting. And some people are just lazy like that. They don't care. I mean, and I can understand. And not only that, they're like on drugs and stuff like that. I mean, when you're homeless, anything is possible. Anything is possible when you're homeless and you don't have a place over your head. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive. You know, nothing I'm saying that it is, but in some cases that I have heard, it is that some people that are homeless are on drugs and everything. So they'll do whatever they have to do in order to get what they need. And I mean, I can understand that. And the other is mental illness. Those who have a mental illness really shouldn't be on the street. They should be somewhere where they can get one-on-one care. That's why I say that. I mean, the things that I have talked about, no one is not thinking about that. Everybody's like, yeah, we gotta get the homeless off the street, man. You know what I'm saying? It's cold out here, and you know, and it's making the cities look like it. And what the homeless did to the subways in New York, that is wrong. I mean, the homeless, y'all can't hide forever. Y'all can't continue to go hide, go running because of what Trump said is an outlaw. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with homeless, with homeless being. I'm trying to say. I don't agree with the law stating that homelessness is a crime, because homelessness happens to the best of us due to unforeseen circumstances. Even the ones that are having homeless due to job loss, those people, from what I've seen, they didn't want to be homeless. They wanted to have a roof over their head, and they were willing to go to work and work hard to get the money to pay the rent. You know. But I'm just saying, when I say this, I talk in terms of people who don't want to be helped. Some people don't want to be helped. Some people don't want to be helped. 'Cause from what I've seen, people want to sleep on the street and beg for money. They want to panhandle. And I don't think that's a good idea. Panhandling, I mean, and that's the one thing that I see. I see a lot of homeless people panhandling. From what I observed, people would rather panhandle, be homeless, than to get out their butt and go get a job. And those are the people that the officials have to worry about, and to get a backup plan on how to deal with them. Everybody's situation is different when it comes to being homeless. I mean, nobody wants to be homeless, but at the same time, if you're in a position to where you can get some help to get off the street, I encourage you to do that, and to do whatever it is they tell you to do. Period. Like I said, I see homeless people every day. I go out. They're sitting on the street in the cold. And I'm like, and I wonder, are they going to get help? Do they want help? And sometimes I think they don't. Sometimes I think they don't want the help because they know if they accept the help from whoever is offering it to them, along with food and shelter, there are going to have to be some rules that the homeless people is going to have to abide by in order to get those things. And I know for a fact that people are going to say no. People in general don't like rules, but the rules are in place to keep things in order and to keep things from getting out of control. Man, like I said, I mean, there's just, some things with being homeless and what with being homeless is, needs to be looked at. And no, I don't agree with homeless being a crime. I mean, homeless can happen to anyone in a given second. You just never know what life is going to bring to you in your life at all. And I have to say to those who are trying to help the homeless, kudos. Keep going. Just keep this in mind when you're wanting to try to figure out all these programs to help the homeless. You have to think about, have a backup plan of what you're going to do about the homeless people that refuse to vacate the street and who want to sit there and defecate and urinate all over the sidewalk. And not get up and work. The majority of them are lazy, period. And some of them, the others that I do know, they have their disabilities. So I just think that if a person has a disability, they should be in a facility. And if they're able-bodied, I don't think they should be sitting on the street, just sitting there crying and complaining that they want work, but they don't want to get out their butt and go get a job. That's just how I see things. And these are the things that has been coming to my attention as I watch, watch the news and I hear about what the city officials are trying to do to help homelessness in America. That's all I would like to say. Please like, share, and subscribe to my video, and so we can get the algorithms going here. You are welcome to donate and give your tithes here at my ministry. I wish you and your family have a very good holiday. God bless. Bye.